Let's go. How you may be tracking your calories incorrectly. Make sure to follow up. You guys know what to do. Let's get into it. Okay, today I'm going to be talking about a topic I feel very strongly about. Many people mess this up, friends, clients, regardless of gender, age, most people do mess it up. Okay? You'll be surprised how when people swear they're eating 1,000 calories, but they're not losing weight. If you go check their plate, it looks like an all-you-can-eat buffet. Or maybe their whole meals are fine, but they don't account for snacks. Now, here's a spoiler alert. If the scales aren't budging, the chances are you're probably not tracking as accurately as you think you are. And this is where I'm going to step in and save the day and explain where you can improve your tracking to ensure the scales do come down. So today I'm going to break down how you may be tracking it incorrectly. And trust me, some of these mistakes you're going to see here and you're going to laugh. Okay, because the majority of the 1,000 calories crew will relate to, at the very least, one of them. So please stay tuned, watch to the end, and take in everything I have to say. Number one, sneaky condiments and extras, mayonnaise, barbecue sauce, sweet chili. That drizzle of oil you splash in your salad, 120 calories a tablespoon. The handful of nuts you ate whilst you were just cooking, another 150. Peanut bar, everybody's favorite healthy food. That's a spreadable calorie landmine. A spoon you thought that was one serving, likely was 2 or 3. Track them properly by weighing or measuring either the weight or milliliter of it, or else you could easily miss 200, 500 calories a day by assuming things like oil, nuts, condiments, peanut butters are 0 calories or like super low calories. Now, just because it's small or a spread, you shouldn't think the calorie content is near to nothing, okay? Number two, understanding portions. Most people think they're pretty good at eyeballing food. That's just not the case. Studies show even dietitians, the people who do this for a living, underestimate calories by about 20%. And they're the professionals. Now imagine the average individual with a shaky hand on the rice scoop. And don't even get me started on pasta. What can look like one plate's worth can easily be 400 to 500 calories before the sauce even hits. Eyeballing portions, it's like guessing your car speed without looking at the speedometer. You might think you're going 30 miles per hour, but the camera flash in the mail says otherwise. Without weighing or measuring, at least occasionally, you're basically driving blind when it comes to calories. So yes, it may feel like I have to break out the food scale, but think of it as training wheels. Do it for a few weeks and you retrain your eyes. Suddenly you know exactly what, or roughly what 100 grams of rice looks like without the guesswork. Until then, if you're not weighing things out, you're not tracking, and you're 100% gambling. And in a game of fat loss, the house always wins. Number three, the healthy calorie dilemma. This is maybe the biggest trap people fall into. Is thinking healthy automatically means low calorie. Oh gosh. So many of my clients, bless their poor souls, oftentimes come in with this mindset. And what people don't get is you can still gain weight or be overweight whilst eating mostly healthy foods. Weight gain or loss is dictated by calorie consumption, not how healthy the food is. In a prior TikTok video of mine, I even said
A healthy diet is very important. But what you don't understand is that you can eat Krispy Kreme's glazed donuts every single day, but eat 1,000 calories worth of it, and you will lose weight.
avocados, nuts, peanut butter, granola, olive oil, smoothies, all packed with nutrients, but also calorie bombs if you're not careful. 2 handfuls of almonds can easily get 300 calories. The same as a burger. Like, let's just deep it. I'm going to quickly give a list of 5 healthy but caloric foods you should definitely have, but I want you to be very mindful of these calories, okay? These are ones that people commonly have and are very popular. Number one, avocado. The average avocado is around 300 to 400 calories. That is a meal. 2, granola. A couple of 100 grams of granola that people have for breakfast can range between 200 to 300 calories. And that's not even including milk and the fruits people add on to it. Number 3, smoothies. The average smoothie is anywhere between 500 to 800 calories, depending on what's in it and where it's from. 4, whole grain breads or wraps. They generally are healthier than white bread, nutrition-wise, but calorie-wise, they're very high, generally in the 200 to 250 range. And that's even before adding filling or spreads. And 5, seeds, nuts. Again, they're generally healthy, but a small handful of nuts, depending on the type, can range anywhere between 150 to 300 calories. Again, I'm not slandering them or saying do not eat them. All have good benefits and are classed as healthy for a reason. However, if you want to drop the numbers on the scale, you need to watch out for how much of these things you are eating for your weight's sake. Okay? Number 4, eating out and trusting the menu. Restaurant calorie labels are about as trustworthy as a politician's promises. Now I'm playing. Studies found that actual calorie counts can be off by around 20%. That light salad you ordered, when you add dressing, croutons, cheese and the rest, it suddenly hits 600 calories. Now if you're eating out often, you're often at the mercy of hidden oils, sauces and oversized portions. Tracking that as chicken and rice on MyFitnessPal is not cutting it. Now I'm not saying don't eat out. However, you would benefit from eating out slightly less for a duration to get a more accurate picture of your calories, as no one will know what you eat as accurately as the person who cooks it, which is going to be you. Number 5, forgetting the snacks and bites. This one is brutal. A bite of your partner's dessert, finishing your kids' leftover chicken nuggets, taste testing while cooking, it all counts. Those just a nibble moments are like hidden landmines in your calorie deficit. It may feel too small to matter, but add them up over a day. You've eaten about an extra 200 to 400 calories without even realizing. And that's enough to erase your entire deficit for the day. Poof, progress gone. And the worst part, because they're small and forgettable, you rarely track them. Nobody whips out MyFitnessPal to log a biscuit and a half or 3 French fries. But your body doesn't care whether you track it or not. Calories still count. If fat loss is your goal, be mindful of them, as they can make the difference between steady fat loss and wondering why nothing's changing. It reminds me of a show back in the day called Secret Eaters, where the premise was basically placing hidden cameras around people who claim that they're eating, people who claim they're eating less, but they're not losing weight. And a lot of people would generally not remember the little snacks that they had during work or, like at home. And they wouldn't account for them at the end of the week. So they'll underreport. You don't want to be one of those people. Number 6, not knowing how much to actually eat. This is a massive roadblock. Most people, they know that they need to eat less to lose weight. But how much less? And how do I find out? That, my friends, is the $1 million question. Too big of a deficit and you're starving. Binging and tanking your workouts. Too small and you're spinning your wheels wondering why nothing's happening. The sweet spot is usually around 300 to 500 calories deficit per day. Enough to see steady fat loss without feeling like you're on a survival show. Now, I explained in the prior video how, but I'm going to briefly summarize it here. Number 1, go on tdeecalculator.net. Number 2, input the accurate values. Make sure you do not lie about your activity levels. Do not lie about your activity levels, okay? 3, once you've received the TDE, simply subtract either 300 to 500 depending on how big you want a deficit to be. And from there, you're going to know how much you need to eat in order to steadily lose weight. The opposite is the case. In the case anyone who's watching this wants to put on weight, who wants to bulk. So just add 300 to 500 on the TDEE and eat that amount. So as you can see, most people aren't failing their fat loss because they're broken or have a bad metabolism or whatever that means. It's usually the little mistakes in tracking that adds up. From sneaky condiments to oversized portions to snacks you forget ever happened. The calories are still there whether you log them or not. The good news, once you spot these blind spots and start tracking with more accuracy, fat loss becomes predictable and a whole lot less frustrating. Master the basics, stay consistent, and the scales will move in the right direction. I promise you. If this video made you realize you might be forgetting more calories than you thought, drop a like, share it with a friend that swears they're eating 1,000 calories but not losing weight, and subscribe so you don't miss my next breakdown. And if you want real structured help with your nutrition and training, hit the link through my bio description for online or in-person coaching. Let's stop guessing and start progressing. Act fast. I know you're ready for change. Thank you guys for watching my long yap session to the end. Follow up. It's all the same app. Okay, Insta, TikTok, YouTube. Show me love. Thank you guys.